Hi everyone, for this lesson I'll show you how to raise a power to a power. So let's have some number a raised to the m power, and then we're going to raise that to the nth power. Okay, so whenever you have this, as long as a is not equal to 0 and m and n are rational numbers, this will equal a to the m times n. Okay, so what you want to do is take whatever the m is and multiply it with the n, and that's your new power. Okay, so let's do a quick example. Let's say you have 7 raised to the second power, and then you're going to raise that to the third power. So we know that we can take this 2 and we're going to multiply it with the 3. Okay, so this will equal 7 raised to the 2 times 3, which is 6 power. So this is equal to 7 to the 6th power. Alright, let's say we have x to the 1/2 power and we're raising that to the 3/4 power. So just like the last example, we'll take the 1/2 and we will multiply it with the 3/4. So this will equal x to the 1/2 times 3/4, and that'll give us x to the 3/8 or 3/8. Okay, and that'll be your new power. So it'll be x to the 3/8, and that's your final answer. Okay, I think we're ready for a challenging problem. Let's say we have y squared times y to the 5/4 power, and that's being raised to the -4th power. So what you want to do here, this is equal to y squared. You can't do anything with that yet. Now we have y to the 5/4 raised to the -4. So what we want to do is take this 5/4 and multiply it with the -4. Because we're raising a power to another power, and that's the rule. So this will become y to the 5/4 times -4 power. Okay, so this will give me y to the 2nd times y, and that reduces to -20/4, and that'll give you y squared times y to the -5. Okay, so now we're ready for this. Here we have y squared and y to the -5, so let's just recopy it over here. And when you multiply powers with the same base, you take the 2 and you add it with the -5. So now this will give me y raised to the 2 plus a -5, which finally gives you y to the -3 power. And we're almost done. The only thing we have to do now is get rid of this -3. So all we have to do is put it under 1. So the final answer will be 1 over y cubed. We don't have any more negative exponents, so we're good. And that's the final answer. And we're happy. Alright, one other thing I want to show you guys is, let's say you have a times b and you want to raise that to the nth power. So you have a product inside the parentheses and you're raising that to the nth power. So what you want to do here is raise that a to the nth power and raise the b to the nth power. So this is valid when a is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0 and n is a rational number. So let's take a look at an example. Let's say we have 3x to the 1/2 times y squared, and all of that's being raised to the 4th power. So looking at this rule, I'm going to take the 3 and raise it to the 4th. And I'm going to take the x, raise it to the 1/2 times 4, which is 2, because that's half of 4. And I'm going to raise y to the 2nd, but then you multiply the 2 with the 4, you get y to the 8th. So here we have, there's a 1 here times the 4, we get this 4 here. And we have this 1/2 times this 4, we get the 2. And lastly, we have the 2 times the 4, and we get the 8th. So the final answer would be 3 to the 4th power, x to the 2nd, and y to the 8th. Right? And that's our final answer. So let's highlight that. And we're happy. And we're done.